Pourriez-vous, assez gentil, pour envoyer une cage?
P. So, and then it's like that.
I've been copying how my character would have written in Cranford. It's a letter to order La Cage, which Erminia writes with Miss Poole. So that's the example, and that's what I came up with.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's wonderful. That's very close, isn't it? Yeah, I've been making handwritten letters as props for...
OK, pads on Gary, plastic glass out.
It's quite hard to do a fold up to my corset, because I can't bend.
Oh, I see.
More than that, that's all I can do with my tummy.
Right, OK.
We've been doing a lot of throwing ourselves around today. It's really hot in there as well, so there's kind of... You've got to battle with your costume and lying on the ground and making sure that you hit certain angles.
Camera set. And 3, 2, 1, action!
The actors are very good, so yeah, look good.
In a world where Cranford only exists, in a land before time, one hand can save the world.
Okay, darling. Thank you.
Okay.
Peggy! Peggy!
Out of my way! Peggy! Peggy!
I'm on top of the upturned carriage and I'm looking for Peggy and I find her. Kind of dazed and confused.
There I am, cut hand.
Yeah.
It's quite dramatic.
Peggy, can you hear me? Peggy, can you hear me?
William?
Take my hand.
Dance we have experienced in Cranford.
When it comes to dancing, it takes a long, long time. You know, there are long dance rehearsals.
They are rehearsing a waltz, which at that time had only just sort of come into being up in the north of England, and it was a very new dance at the time. I've been rehearsing that with the actors. I've got 10 couples, and they're all named part actors, and they've had to learn quite a long dance with not very much rehearsal, but anyway, they managed quite well. Try and just keep your arms down and don't let them rise up too much. So you're going to waltz forward on the right, 1, 2, back on the left. Now the men, you stay where you are, and you go back. You're going to bring the woman on this side round you onto the other side. She'll move on. It's the first time that a man and a woman had turned to face each other and taken each other in each other's arms, and it caused a massive scandal. It's very much a dance that is linked into a new world. You know, the world of the train, the world of industry, machinery, there's revolving, and at the beginning you see them cut off from each other. They're just a couple, cut off from everybody else. And then in this dance you'll see at a certain point they open out into a circle, so they're suddenly a community. You see them as a community. It's quite a metaphor for the piece.
Jonathan Price is a huge character. I've longed to work with him, but he is, of course, quite tall. It's quite difficult to get he and I in the same shot.
I think Mr. Baxter may just dance to waltz in Cranford.
How can a town survive so much?
Yeah, Mr. Baxter.
What?
It's life.
Oh, no.
Mr. Baxter is the final word.
Without the music, just to see who you get up. You don't mind. Shall I say right, so right, and left, right, left. We started off very early this morning with one of the actors who was unable to come to the rehearsal up to this point. So he had to learn the dance from scratch this morning at 8:30. And then bit by bit more actors arrived in costume ready to rehearse. And then we filmed it. And it's surprisingly, I think it's very nice and the actors look good and they're making their relationships in the dance. Because really it's about the people in the dance and their relationships. I think it looks really nice.
I do believe, Mr. Buxton, we have danced a waltz in Cranford.